Hi there, it's Lynn Morris again, and I thought I'd do a small video on using discernment, especially right now amongst the starseed community and the ascension pathway that we're all walking, and what to look out for and what to consider in regards to protecting your own energy field. So, with the planetary ascension, which is taking place right now, and the elevation in vibration amongst the planet, it affects everything, including every sentient being on this planet, every blade of grass, the ocean. Everything is affected by the vibration of the planet as it increases. Now, our consciousness levels dictate where we'll end up on a timeline level, also on where we are on a soul level in regards to our evolution and also our sovereignty and what ties us to old timelines. Now, in the past, very much there's been a lot of hijacking of star seeds and light workers. Of souls in general on the planet, but starseeds and light workers that are holding particular codes of light. They are holding reversal codes for whatever has been manipulated and twisted on this planet, especially the Melchizedeks, the Kamars, those holding very much a pure source blueprint and source code. They are targeted, and very much that frequency and that energy and those codes are very, very sought after, and not for the right reasons. Now, over eons of time, those holding those source codes, the creator codes, are the ones that can reverse the grids. They can reverse any damage in humanity and in the human DNA. And they're able to bring through solutions to reverse the damage that humanity has suffered, and all of the dark controllers' sort of agenda and dark lords' agenda for sort of keeping humanity sort of in quarantine, and actually trying to dumb down humanity in regards to their DNA by blocking our DNA activation through many different levels, like the chemtrails and the water, fluoride, blocking the third eye, programming on a child level where they, as soon as we go to school, we get indoctrinated. We're not encouraged to use our imagination or creativity or play. And this shuts down parts of the brain, and it shuts down the right and the left hemisphere. And the right and the left hemisphere, when they are in unison and in balance, work perfectly together. And then we are beings and creators, and we create with our mind, with sort of our imagination and the thought forms that we send out. So, it's all a deliberate ploy to keep humanity dumbed down and also in a fog and a haze. Now, we have to be very careful as starseeds and light workers in using discernment about what we expose ourselves to. And this is not me being paranoid, but actually there are many, many fractions and deep agenda programs on a, shall I say, planetary scale that are here to block starseeds and target us and actually stop us from fully activating our DNA, where we are in a state of avatar consciousness or 12th strand. And they do everything to stop that. But I must say, it's unstoppable. We are powerful creator beings, and we have source as our creator. Therefore, source flows through us. And they want to do anything they can to disconnect us from our source consciousness. And that's why we've had the, shall I say, the vaccines and all of those that have been delivered in the last couple of years to turn off our DNA and to actually try and eject the soul presence from our heart space, because of course our soul presence, our divine presence, our I am presence is sitting in our higher heart center, and it sits as the God spark in there, and it is very much targeted. And no one can take away our connection to source. No one and nothing on this planet or any other planet or in the omniverse can do that. But they can certainly have a damn good try and sort of damage our light bodies and do all sorts of things to stop us waking up to who we truly are. Because humanity is in a program, in a haze, and humanity has lost its memory and doesn't realize how powerful they are. And, you know, the reincarnation cycle, which has been forced upon us, is keeping us on the hamster wheel, having to reincarnate over and over again, not allowing us to actually move back or move up in consciousness back to the God worlds. Now, because we have the ascension process fully open and the halls of Amenti are open, which gives us a passage and the portal back to the God worlds. So we have got a lot of great things going for us now, and a lot of things have reversed and are looking so much better than they were before. And that's the good news. What we have to realize is there is still a battle going on for the consciousness of the planet, but they are losing power rapidly. And also our interference, whatever has happened to us on a soul level, our light bodies, by coming into this density to come and assist, but then having to go through the same sort of program and exposure as the rest of the souls on the planet, which means that we have been targeted, we've been implanted, we've got J seals, we've got tracking devices, we've got mechanisms and devices in our light bodies, which is designed to dumb us down and to stop us fully activating our DNA, as I said, and coming into our full avatar Christos frequency, which is an amazing frequency. And you know, they don't want us to do that. There is still fractions going on, still fighting to hold us back. Of course, those remnants of energy, which are embroiled with us from what we've taken on in other lifetimes and in parallel lives and other timelines, then affects what we're doing right now in this incarnation at this moment. So what I'm coming back round to is using discernment. Use discernment on people that come into your life quickly, seem to have all the answers, maybe offer too much guidance to you without you asking for it, want to offer their healing services to you without any charge, want to come traipsing into your energy field without you inviting them. Use discernment. This is how we're able to be tampered with and infiltrated. So your energy field is your most precious thing. It's like your physical body. It's your sacred land. Therefore, you must look after it like it is a sacred land and temple. And you would guard a sacred temple if people were trying to come in and desecrate it. And it's the same thing with your energy field. See it as a sacred temple. So what are you allowing into your sacred temple, which is desecrating it? Now, I'm not talking about physical substances and alcohol, and we'll push all that aside. I'm not talking about that at the moment. I'm talking about things and people and devices and mechanisms. Be very careful. There's a lot of things going on in the light worker community right now in regards to devices, healing devices, and all of these frequency like things that you put into your energy field, and it recalibrates this. I am very skeptical about this. Not once have I been guided to use any sort of device to correct my energy field. I can do that myself within my own heart center, linking to my I am presence and the frequencies that my soul hold and are connected to. So why would you need to use an external device to correct your energy field? It's like we are going outside of ourselves to correct what we know we can correct within. Okay, sometimes we have to go to a healer to hold space for us to be able to recalibrate and shake something off. Absolutely. But you do the healing. The healer does not. The healer is a conduit for a space and frequency that you can then give yourself access to recalibrate. And that's something we should really think about and feel it's important. So be very discerning on what you listen to on YouTube. Where are these frequencies coming from? Who is delivering them? You know, just be very, very careful and listen to your body and your heart and what it says about the energy you're exposing yourself to. You give permission when you start to listen to a YouTube video. You give permission then for any entity, being, or soul to enter your energy field. Right? So use discernment. Be very, very careful. If you've already know someone implicitly and you know that they've got your back and they are of similar frequency and they can assist you, that's all well and good. But if you are meeting new people and suddenly they want to start delving in your energy field or telling you you've got a dark shadow behind your back and all this bullshit, be very careful. You know, I'd be rich now for the amount of people that have sometimes offered me healing. And I've gone, no, I'm not looking for healing. I haven't asked for healing, therefore I don't want it. And I've got so many instances, and I'm sure you've got so many instances of being almost healing forced on you, and you don't feel you can say no. You're trying to be polite. You don't want to upset the person. That you've got to take mastery of your energy field now. It's even more important now than it's ever been before, even before 2012. So we need to be really careful, as there is lots of frequencies, lots of beings and entities are now leaving. They're leaving the planet, but also they're wanting an exit point. And also they're hooking on to other energy fields because they've been driven out of where they normally are. So just be careful. As I say, practice discernment. Don't give permission for people to come into your energy field without your permission, and make sure you shield up. Now, there are many different techniques for shielding up. What I use is a pyramid technology. So I step into my heart center, which you should always do. You step into the center of your heart center where you imagine a huge lotus, if you want, crystalline lotus or golden lotus, or a large crystalline fleur-de-lis, which is a French lily. Step into it, feel the flames of divine love coming up and through and around you. Then imagine you stepping into your inner sanctum, which is your higher heart center. And you can imagine there's a giant pearl there, and step into it, or see a giant spark and step into it and merge with it. With that intention, you are merging with your divine presence. You can even say it, I set the intention to merge with my divine presence. That amplifies the presence and energy of your heart center. And then in your own heart center, you can use the light of your own frequency in your heart center to come up and around your body. And you can feel that if you practice that. And then you can call in a white crystalline pyramid. And the pyramid, see it coming, and you step into it and it seals completely around you. And then you can imagine a giant crystalline star coming down from the Godhead and merging on top of the star like a capstone, hermetically sealing, and then see the star starting to pulse out in all directions. And set the intention that it's pulsing out with a shield and a frequency, we call it modulator, which means that it is constantly scrambling your frequency so that it can't be tracked or anything attached to it. And that's a really good, great 12D shielding technique that I use and I teach others in my Quantum Bridge training, and all of the other programs I do and healing sessions. And also, you can imagine a golden rose in the center of your heart center to practice going in and using the heart field. The heart stargate is where it's at. Ascension is not outside of the heart, it's within it. And your heart stargate is the key to and portal to ascension. And that's why they want to stop the heart. You know, they want to target the heart with the vaccines, because that's where the heart stargate is. And that's where ascension takes place. So I just wanted you to maybe see things in a different way, so you're able to then do something about it. Keep practicing this, and it gets better and better. As I say, practice shielding your energy. Do it before you go to sleep and first thing when you get up in the morning. And then you know you've got this shield around you. It's still bringing and giving out loving energy, but it's not allowing anything that is not of 100% pure light to come in. Also, as I say, use discernment on where you go for treatments, who you let into your energy field, who you let read for you on an energetic level. Be very aware of there is trickery and manipulation right now. There's a lot more than ever before. There's a lot of people trying to take starseeds and light workers off the cliff, basically, wanting to lock them in the lower timeline. So be aware of that, right? Get savvy and get into your mastership of a starseed you really are, yeah, and the master you really are. And with mastery comes having boundaries and protecting that energy field, and knowing that you won't allow anybody into your energy field no matter what. I once was at an event a long time ago, and I was working next to a particular person who was doing energy healing and selling chocolate and stuff like that. And there was sound healing in the chocolate. Great idea. But what was really odd was that at the end of the day, there was a group of us stood together talking about the day and if it had been successful. And this guy, out of nowhere, comes up behind me and starts to hug me, like from behind, which is not a nice thing to do either, is it? You want to see him face to face, don't you? So he comes behind me, and immediately I felt him Reikiing me and putting power symbols into my aura. I am quite sensitive. I know a lot about the energy field, and I teach it, and I could feel what he was doing. Of course, I challenged him immediately and said, don't do that. I did not give you permission to do that. How dare you do that without my permission? He went bright red. And backed away from me. And I think I remember saying to him, because I was so cross, you chose the wrong person here to do that to. I said it in front of everybody else as well. Now, that may have appeared rude to other people, but when you understand that your energy field is finite and clear and crystalline clear, you do not want someone coming into your energy field and giving you Reiki when you haven't invited it. Reiki is a lot different to working with Christ consciousness and the frequencies of the star tribes and star nations. So that was not going to assist me. So just think about things like that. Has that happened to you? Or people try to do that? You say no, you put boundaries up, and you rescind it back and say you don't contract. Yeah, and it will really assist you. So I hope that has helped you just a little bit to look at discernment in regards to your energy field and who is around you and what you're exposing yourself to. Keep your protection up, keep positive. Wonderful things are coming for us. The new Earth timeline is here right now, and we all want to take each other home and walk each other home. So I'm sending you lots of love. Take care, keep positive, and bye for now.